What's up, everybody? Just giving you a quick update. We got quite a bit of work done today. It's coming together for sure. So you can see our retaining wall that we talked about earlier is right there. And then our stack slate walls are gonna go there, probably 2 high plus the cap. And then we're actually gonna have some more that go right there. And then this blue retaining wall, this techo block, will continue along our trench here, there, and join back up with this wall. I was just kind of walking past here earlier, and you can really start to see this thing coming together. What's up, everybody? It's Nick from Team Aquascape. It is day 8, I think. I'm about to show you what we got done today because this is actually killer. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. So let me flip this around real quick. Nice lines all the way around. So this is the techo block wall that we put in. This is going to be our actual walls of the pond. Now you can see right here, the bog, the wetland filtration is going to go back in here. So we basically walled that off and we'll put all of our components in there. You see Micho and Eli filling up gravel because the next step is to get these walls lined up and then filled up with gravel so that they remain stable and won't move as we push soil up against the back of that. So that's what we're doing now. We're pouring gravel in that cavity there, and then we'll be able to build up from that. All right, guys, so it's the end of the day. It's Friday. We are going out on a good note this weekend because we got a ton of stuff done today. So we got all the walls in and almost all the stack slate walls in. Obviously, we still have one more section here to do. A good portion of that wetland filtration system's in, so now you guys can kind of see the whole picture starting to come together. I love the way this wall looks. I think it turned out way better than I even thought it would. Everything is super square with the house, which is very important when doing a formal pond like this. You can see how square everything is. All the lines are crisp, and that makes me happy. That being said, we'll catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. What's up, guys? It's Nick from Team Aquascape, and we are going to be dealing a little bit with the weather today. We ended up not being able to make it out here to Chicago yesterday because got a little bit of snow. So what we got to focus on today now is, 1, getting all our rock back here so we can keep working. 2, cleaning up all this mess. And then 3, we're going to see if we can actually get some work done today. So stay tuned. We'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so it's just about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The guys are taking lunch right now. Let me show you how much this job site has transformed since we got here this morning when it was snow and ice and everything was frozen. This is where we're at now. Everything is just soupy, muddy. No snow is left other than a few little spots in the shade there. I mean, this is just like... So you talk about challenges with weather. This is definitely one of them. So progress has been slow, needless to say. We did get our steppers in over here, and by in I mean off of the truck. You can see that one there, and then we have the rest of them kind of lined up there. You can see how big they are in comparison to this little machine. But those are gonna basically go right here, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 all kind of cantilevered off this edge here. Working on setting that perpendicular wall now of our stacked slate wall, so that's gonna go that way. And I know you guys didn't see this because it was raining and snowing and sleeting and everything, but we just got this bog done yesterday. So if I forgot to mention this already, you can see right there. Yep, the framers are here putting up the garage, which is literally the last of our access. We can get through here, but we got to move that portage on, and then that's going to be the remainder of our access for the rest of this project. So you can see the small space is getting smaller. We're running out of room to put our equipment, all our stones, all that good stuff. We're running out of space basically. So project keeps moving. We'll get there. I'm gonna give you a little project update. What we got going on behind me, as you can see, these guys putting in the skimmer. Basically, we're gonna have to run not only the skimmer, but then a pump vault, because the skimmer is basically gonna handle the amount of water that needs to be pushed up through the bog to filter this pond. The pump vault is gonna be for our stacked slate walls, which you can see right here behind me. Between those two, we're not gonna be able to pull enough water through the skimmer alone. What these guys are doing behind me is they're putting the skimmer in pretty close to the pump vault, and that way we're gonna draw water to the same side of the pond, and it'll help promote good filtration. So you guys can see here, when I was talking about that, we were cutting this space out for an aqua block here. Basically, that is so we can draw as much water into that pump vault as possible. Having that aqua block there basically allows water to get drawn down through that and then into the intake on the pump vault boot. So we filled around the sides of this with cobbles, and that's gonna basically allow the whole block to draw water in, rather than if we backfilled all this with sand, then that liner would be up against all three sides there, and you'd only be drawing water down from the top. What these guys are doing over here is they're just getting the skimmer kind of in place, leveled out, and then we're gonna be able to go ahead and put that skimmer faceplate on, get all the plumbing started. Matt B is getting the skimmer leveled out. Matt J is just sitting there watching. Come on. So as you can see, the skimmer has to be perfectly level. So what these guys are doing is just making sure that thing's level front to back, side to side. That's where our pump's gonna sit. That liner then goes and attaches around this weir door here with the faceplate, and then that'll be all done. So over here, guys, this is where our big steppers are gonna go over that. We're basically creating a bridge, and then we'll have, like I said before, 1, 2, 3, 4 steppers going back that way. What I'm about to do is get this all measured out so that our steppers are gonna be perfectly square with these brick walls. And now you gotta see these steppers because they are awesome. You can see these big unilock steppers. They're 6 inches thick, 6 feet long, super heavy stones. So the trick is gonna get these two over there with this little guy that doesn't really do much for us at all, especially when it comes to lifting that size rock. So what we may end up having to do is use a little bit of the dingo, a little bit of that machine, maybe a combination of the two at the same time. I have no idea. We're gonna figure it out as we go. But those two stones are gonna be the hardest ones to set. Once we can get into the wetland filtration system, set those, it's not gonna be as bad because we can actually drive right over that. It's mostly just gravel and cobbles in there. I'm gonna get measuring, get these things squared up, and then we're gonna see if we can place some of these steppers today. Right now we're working on these steppers going across here. So as you can see, we got the first two set there, and then we got the first out of the horizontal steps going that way set. So now we're gonna come back behind this one, set another one. Bender's just leveling up, Matt's just leveling out that gravel or base material underneath. That's also the wetland filter, guys. So that's completely getting transformed basically as we're putting these steps in. You see Matt and Micho over there getting the next step ready. That's gonna go right in where Matt is again leveling out that gravel base. That mini, it struggles, but it actually is picking them up. Barely, but it is picking them up. So it's a little bit of a pucker factor, but it did it. And if it did those big ones that we set going across the actual pond, then these ones that are going in horizontally, it's not a problem for it. So I'll catch you up when it's all done. We'll go from there. We just got 99% of our steppers done. That's a lie. The math doesn't work out that way, but we do have most of these steppers done. We have one left over there, but that one has to wait until we excavate some dirt over here and bring our base material in for our patios and stuff like that. You can see all of them are spaced out. It looks unbelievable. Super architectural lines. Everything's perfectly square, perfectly straight, perfect gaps. Love it. And then basically what we're doing now is we're getting all these walls set permanently. You can see Matt over here is just putting some of these fine limestone chips in. That just helps us set them. You know, basically we use that as our base for these. This is only a half a section of wall compared to these two sections together. So rather than taking these walls all the way down to the bottom of this wetland filtration, we just basically were able to set them on the gravel so we're not losing two slate walls underneath there where you'll never see them anyways. So like I said, we're We're filling these up with screenings. Our plumbing is gonna run back here for all the walls. We'll probably go in right at ground level, a little bit below water level maybe. And with our plumbing, we'll go in the back of each one of these walls. We'll have ball valves, manifolds to control each one of these walls individually. We'll set this one, we'll set this one, and then we'll go ahead and bolt them all together. We got the drill right here. We're gonna drill probably one hole there, maybe one down there, one down there, and that's gonna lock these walls together so they never move. Once we get that done, we'll go ahead and get that one set there, bolt those two walls together, and we are rocking and rolling.